test for the job? Your rehearsal, or
Oh, yes.
what was that like? Do you remember who you tested with?
Stephen Nichols,
Oh, really?
Stephan, yeah.
You went right to the big one, lead star.
Yeah, he was new to the show too.
Oh, was he at that time?
At that time, but he's worked his whole life, you know.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he's been on a lot of soaps. Uh, well, I wanted to ask you, you went on to Days of Our Lives, and there you helped create a role as well.
Yeah,
What's that like?
Stephan DiMera.
I mean, that's got to be great to be able to help create a character. I mean, especially 2 or 3 actually so huge in the shows.
Yeah, I mean, to play a DiMera, I mean, that's quite the honor.
Yes, it is for sure. So you've done some primetime as well. Do you like working on primetime? Because they're different beasts, I know.
It's not as fast, so it's easier that way. Um, but basically, when you know, in prime time, you're playing a new character every time you get on the screen.
Right.
So that's very exciting and important.
Uh, would you prefer daytime over nighttime, you think? Prime time? I don't mean daytime.
Yeah, I mean, daytime is more solid ground because it's been around for so long.
Right.
But prime time, you know, those shows get canceled all the time.
Well, what was your most recent experience on Thor like? I mean, that movie is huge. It's still huge.
Well, we had a different Thor.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't in the one with Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, okay. I thought that misled me. I apologize for that. That's my mistake.
Yeah, I mean, we named it the same thing, which
That's great.
I don't know how they got away with that, but
Um, so do you think you'll return to daytime overnight prime time? Because like I said, I mean, daytime you do 40, 50 pages and like,
well, I'm certainly going to try. Yeah. I mean, I love to work, so
well, I asked you before the show, I wanted to talk to you about your most recent situation with the reason you left daytime.
right. I have struggled with alcohol in my life before, and that was ultimately why I left.
Um, did you recognize it yourself? I mean that,
Oh
hey,
yeah,
this is, and you did get help, correct? Did you go to it?
I did get help.
Well, I know talking to a lot of your fans, you've helped a lot of your fans out talking about addiction. You were recently on another show with Maurice, and I've heard nothing but positive from that. I watched about half of it. I just don't like to watch an interview that I'm going to do, and that's why I didn't really watch the whole thing yet.
Right, right.
But it was incredible. I mean, because addiction, it can be drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, caffeine. It's a serious situation.
It can be anything.
Was it hard for you to get through your withdrawal situation?
Yeah, it was difficult, but not impossible.
Right. Well, I mean, I've had other celebrities on the last several weeks, and I talked yesterday, Amanda Browning. She was on General Hospital as well, not with you, but she sent her love and support from watching Twitter and comments from Maurice's show. got a lot of support, a lot of fans. My show alone supports you for sure.
Good.
When did you realize that you probably needed to do something, that it was time? Because I know it's been an ongoing thing for quite a while,
Years ago.
years ago. What do you think of daytime now? The way that it's all, I mean, that's falling. There, except for day, like Days of Our Lives went to Peacock online. Do you think that's going to be the new platform for like General Hospital and the few that are still out there?
That's a very good question that I don't really have an answer for. It could. I mean, General Hospital is popular, but
It's number one, I think.
yeah.
I think it's number one right now.
And as long as it's popular, they'll keep showing it.
Well, you kind of grew up on daytime. I mean, your teen years on in front of the camera.
I was actually in my early 20s when I started,
Where are you really? I thought you played a very young teen.
but I played a teenager.
Oh, okay. That's where I got confused. Well, you still look young, very young. You did then. It had me fooled. um,
Yeah, I played 16 when I started.
wow, and you were 20,
I was 23.
23 playing. Dang, that's incredible. Did it make you, I mean, were you glad to play a younger role like that?
It was my first big job, so I really didn't care.
For sure, for sure.
I was just excited to be there.
Gotcha. So you've done some comedies too, haven't you?
Movies.
Movies. Yeah, all my windows got shut whenever we lost electricity, so I lost all my research. But have you, do you have something in the works right now? Anything? I mean, I think you have something fixing in pre-production, don't you?
Not pre, it's in post.
Post, okay.
Post
Like I said, I lost electricity, so all of my research is gone.
It's it's actually going to be a streaming show.
Yes, it's the Murder Anyone, right?
No, but that's one too. This one, it was called Crisis Earth, and the company switched the name to Mega Quake.
Mega quick.
It's a disaster. It's a disaster movie or show.
Those are usually big hits too. I mean, Armageddon, so is there anybody that, I mean, you're a huge celebrity. You are what I would consider a living legend because you've been around on TV for so long and you are such a phenomenal actor. Is there anybody that you just kind of wish you could still work with?
Well, Brando's my favorite actor.
You're the third person who has said that. I always ask everybody, all my celebrities that, and you're the third person that said Brando.
I mean, he's one of the best, if not the best ever.
I always get that or Pacino.
Pacino's good too. I'll work with him.
So, do you are you still in touch with your cast members from General Hospital?
I talked to Maurice. Probably him more so than anybody. I was in touch with Steve Burton for a while, but we've kind of lost touch. He's got some things going on in his life. And but Maurice and I talk.
Maurice is a really good guy. I'm going to hopefully get him on the show sometime. I know he's extremely busy right now.
Yeah.
So how are things now going for you? I mean, in your personal life? I don't want specifics. I don't want to invade your privacy, but
Well, I moved out of Los Angeles. I live in San Diego.
cool.
But all auditions you can use with your phone now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because after COVID, they don't see people in the office anymore.
Right.
Um,
Did you like that transition over doing live auditions?
you know, I do. It's a little less nerve wracking because you can take as many takes as you want.
Right.
And when you're going into the room, you usually get one take and that's it. And if you don't
Right.
nail it, you're not going to get the job.
Yeah. Amanda said the same thing yesterday. I didn't know if you were one that liked to fill the room. Have you done any theater?
Yeah.
I
I've
thought
done
you
a lot of
had.
theater.
You like doing theater with all the live crowds and everything?
Yeah, I've been a member of my current company for over 20 years.
Wow, that's a long time. Long time.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I didn't lost my research. So what else are there when you were growing up, was there a movie or an actor that kind of influenced you that was like, hey, I like what he's doing. I want to do that?
You know, I'm going to say no, only because everything else happened so quick.
Right.
Like, you know, I moved out here on a whim to Los Angeles. I had a cousin who lived here and he kept recruiting me to come out. And I finally said, okay, all right. College is not for me. I'll come. And that's how I got here.
I'm really glad that you did get a job pretty quick because I've heard a lot of people struggling there for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I struggled at first. It's just the timing was right for General Hospital. And I was what they were looking for.
Well,
And
I liked you in the role. It's really hard for me to replace somebody else in that role because you played it, you created it, and you played it for so many years.
I was there a long time.
Did you ever go to nights, the General Hospital nights? I don't think your character
No,
did. I didn't think your character did. I knew they took some from the actual show and moved them over.
yeah, there was like a handful of actors that went over there to night shift. Steve Burton, Jason Thompson, Kimberly McCullough.
Yeah,
Um,
that was a pretty good. I liked how they did that too. How they branched off and made it. They were still connected, but they were different.
right.
Okay. What advice would you give someone just starting out in the business?
Don't be afraid to be patient because it can take a long time or it can happen quick. You know, you just never know. So you just have to have the really be patient and get yourself out there somehow.
Right.
Because you can't get hired if you can't be seen.
Correct.
So
For sure.
patience.
So you like it San Francisco or San Diego? I'm sorry.
You know, I don't really know anyone down here. I know one person, and she's a great friend of mine, and we get along really well. But she's it. She's the only person I know. she convinced me to move down here.
Well, it won't take you long to make new friends, I'm sure. Plus, hopefully you'll be going back to work very, very soon.
Hope so.
And just for the fans to know, you can always reach out to ABC and let them know your thoughts and opinions on the show and people on the show and people you want to see on the show.
Oh, I have.
Well, I was letting your fans know as well that they need to do that actually to help you, because I'd love to see you come back on that show. I'm one, I write to them.
It would be nice. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's been
Okay.
6 years.
Wow. Has it been that long? I thought it only been like 3. See that
2016.
that COVID thing just throws my timeline off. Makes things all crazy.
I know. I've had it twice.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Knock on wood, I never did. Me, my father, my son are the ones out of our family that didn't.
I got it on the last day of the last project I just did. I got it on the set. So I had to leave
Man.
because for obvious reasons.
Right. And I know that it's pretty intense still, the testing, and you know, you have to test 2 days before you go on stage or go on the set. Yeah.
Yeah, I
a
tested
lot.
3 times, and then on that last test, I was positive.
Did it hit you pretty hard?
Yeah, it felt like I was 100 degrees.
Man.
Just, I mean, soaking wet, sweating, vomiting, fever, the whole thing. I was miserable.
Were you able to get the treatment that they had out for it at the time?
I got some sort of medicine. Yeah. I'm not sure what it was, but listen, it was just like it was like having the flu. That's what it felt like.
Knock on wood, I don't get that crazy stuff. So I don't want to take up all your time today. I'm just grateful that you gave us some time. I apologize for the whole electricity situation.
Oh, it's okay. Thanks for having me.
It's actually the first time this has happened. And I think Amanda jinxed me yesterday because we were talking about it after the show. And I was like, no, that's never happened yet. We just got really bad wind right now. Well, Tyler, if you can hang on backstage for just a moment, I'll be right back there to chat with you for a minute.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I will be right backstage in just a moment.
Okay.
I'd like to thank Tyler for being here today. I would like to thank the Necrotizing Fasciitis Foundation for sponsoring our show. If you want to learn more about necrotizing fasciitis, visit www.necfasc.org. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I hope you